Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Can I make a request that all of you switch on your cameras, if possible? If there is no problem. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
By the Lord's mercy, we are all able to come together again. So, even though it is only online, let us at least take the darshan of everyone, whoever is in a position to switch
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Pranam.
Krishna, Dandavat Pranam. So nice. And I am extremely grateful to all of you for responding to my request. I have been feeling a lot of separation that for a long time we have not been able to meet, especially our English group. The Tamil group is going on. We are able to have those meetings, but somehow or other, all of you are keen, but I don't know what comes in the way, but we have not been able to meet. So I really wish and pray, I request all of you to join in this prayer that the Lord should make it possible for us to continue our meetings and offer our gratitude to the Parampara by reading their books deeply, scrutinizingly, and bring out the pearls and try to make them part of our own consciousness. So let us start with Mangalacharanam, then we will start our session. Om Jnana-timirandasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadandikam Vandeham Shri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute तप्त कांचना गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्यति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Once again, with a deeply grateful heart, I pray to the Lord, to the Parampara, that this association that we have cultivated, they should continue to thrive and continue to nourish the spiritual lives of all the members, and that we should be able to continuously make advancement in our spiritual life while remaining humble and grateful for all the gifts that the Parampara is showering upon us without looking at our qualification. It's a sheer costless mercy of the Parampara that keeps us continuing in the process. So with these words, let us dive directly into Madhurya Kadambini. Maybe maybe in the last few minutes we will have other discussions. Now it is already 12 minutes past 6. I was sharing that this book is actually written by Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakura. He's called the Rasa Acharya. He enjoys Bhagavatam in a way which is very different from what a normal reader would do. He sees everything from a rasa perspective. We have already seen some of this rasa in Prabhupada's purports, even in Bhagavad Gita. He has given us a flavor of how Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur appreciates Srimad Bhagavatam. So, as a devotees who are not just looking for liberation, are not just looking for the five processes of liberation, Salokya, Samipya, Sarupya, Sarshti, Sahyujya. A devotee is not interested in any of these things. A devotee is particularly interested in having a relationship with Krishna. And relationship with Krishna means automatically a relationship with every soul in creation. But it starts only from a relationship with Krishna, and that particular relationship comes in one of five flavors. Starting with Shantarasa, it is not even considered. Then you have Dasya, Sakya, Vatsalya, Madhurya. And Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, especially Acharya who enjoys in the Madhurya flavor, these Acharyas are all Manjaris. We all know how Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur at one point of time, envious people, particularly the caste Brahmanas in Vrindavan, they tried to kill him and they hatched a plan. They noticed that every day in the afternoon, he goes to a particular garden, a dense garden, and he spends time there. So they thought we will catch him there and we will kill him. And so they went, but when they went, all that they say was a beautiful girl with undescribable effulgence, and she was plucking flowers. And when she heard the noise, she turned, and in a very innocent voice, and her eyes like lotus petals going up to the ears, and pearls like teeth, and beautiful reddish lips, and she just looked at them and said, "What do you want? Who are you looking for?" They said, "We are looking for Vishwanath Chakravarti. Uh, he usually comes here." And then her form immediately turned into Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. And then they all fell at his feet and all of them became his disciples. So all these acharyas we are talking about, they are in men's body, but they are actually spiritual entities. They are all players in the Lord's eternal pastimes as gopis or manjaris, etc. So Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur especially has left uh, uh, literally a treasure house of scriptures which are nourished by Rasika Bhaktas. You see in Srimad Bhagavatam also, Pibata Bhagavatam Rasam Alayam. Bhagavatam is simply a collection of rasa, all types of rasa. It's a perfect collection, but depending on our quality, our qualification, we will relish it in a particular way. So, Pibata Bhagavatam. So, Sukadeva Goswami says, you just drink Bhagavatam through the years. So uh, that we will be able to do that only when we dive into the works of Rasika Acharyas like Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. So in that way, we are picking up the small book, Madhurya Kadambini. It's a barely how many pages? The whole thing is about 67 pages only. 8 showers of nectar. This has been kindly translated by His Holiness Bhanuswami Maharaj, and it is available in Vaishnava Grantha Foundation, which is the trust that prints and distributes his own translation books. Actually, Bhanuswami Maharaj has a great love and dedication towards Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, that every year now Chennai Temple is organizing a 3-day Shravana Utsav just to focus on Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's books. So that way, it will definitely please him and the parampara that when we sincerely try to take up a scrutinizing study of this Madhurya Kadambini. Of course, I am not a very qualified devotee. I have so many limitations, but just out of eagerness, I have picked up this book. And also, I want to share with you one more thing. I have been repeatedly hearing this, that as devotees, Without Vaishnava association, there is no progress. Anyone feels that I am making progress without association, they are in illusion. That is as simple as that, point blank, that is the answer that comes. So we all need to have at least one devotee who is a superior, an advanced devotee, who will be guiding us, with whom we can uh, expose our own problems, weaknesses, and seek guidance from time to time in a very open heart way. Then we should have at least one equal. Even if you don't have so many, at least one devotee who is equal. With that person, you can share in a very friendly way. Dadadi, Pradigrinadi, Guhyamakyadi, Prachadi, Bhukte, Bhojete, Cheva. We can have the 6 types of exchanges, cultivate a close relationship, and in their association, you can share. That kind of sharing is different. Sharing to a friend, that is sharing to a superior. And then it is not enough to relish this to ourselves, we have to share. So that means we have to pick up someone who is a beginner and who is eager to get this. We have to make a connection with such a person and continue to share. So these kind of relationships are extremely necessary in the life of a devotee. So I sincerely request all of you to see that you cultivate. We are not asking for 5 devotees, 10 devotees, or anything, but at each level, at least we should have one devotee. That will be a great help for our spiritual advancement. The second thing, what I keep hearing from many devotees, is that we should have a sadhana commitment, that I will do these things every day. We have to write it down somewhere. And then you should maintain a sadhana chart where you will have these in the rows, and every day you will tick, 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 tick. Or you will write the time. When I 16 rounds, my commitment is that I should complete it before 7 o'clock. Then every day you will write 7 a.m. But then you will write actual time that you completed. Like that, you can have a suitable sadhana chart. That sadhana chart you can share with your guide, that superior devotee, periodically. So the more we become seriously committed, the more advancement we make. In Bhakti path, we already know there is nothing called a destination. Even though we say, what we say, Sambandha, Abhideya, Prayojana. But these are not cut and dried, watertight compartments. Prayojana is not a compartment. Prayojana is Madhurya Bhakti, which is ever expanding. It is infinity actually. You just go on advancing. But the time that you make all this advancement is now, when you are in a human form of life. In the human form of life, you should qualify yourselves to the highest. If you want Madhurya Prema, now is the time for you to qualify yourself. If you don't want to end up in Shantaras or even in liberation, the impersonal liberation, etc., you have to decide now where I would like to place myself. For that reason, we have to be continuously diving into these things in devotee association. These are the few things I want to share with you. We will read this, but keep it in your mind that association is important. Of course, we know that Srila Prabhupada is our most important Siksha Guru for everyone who is in Krishna consciousness, and Prabhupada lives in his books and he guides us through his books. It's a fact. But we have to also remember that the same Srila Prabhupada strongly recommends for us, right in the Srimad Bhagavatam, very first canto, that there are so many other Acharya's books. I myself would like to translate them, but time is the limiting factor. So I want that it should be read by everyone. Every devotee in ISKCON should try to gain access to the works of senior acharyas also. And that is the great service that His Holiness Bhanuswami Maharaj has done by translating so many of the books. So here I have displayed on the screen a list of these books, we may not have heard most of these things. And all the acharyas in Saraswata Gaudiya, this branch of Krishna consciousness, they all are followers of Rupa Goswami. They all pay complete obeisances to Rupa Goswami. They follow in his footsteps. So many of the books that you will see here, they are related to the books of Rupa Goswami. Like you see Ujjvala Nilamani, Kirana. Ujjvala Nilamani is written by Rupa Goswami. Kirana means is one of the ray of light coming from the Mani. Bhakti Rasa Amrita Sindhu, the ocean, that was written by Rupa Goswami. From the Sindhu, Bindu, it's a drop from the ocean. That's a commentary that is written by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. You can understand how much they love Rupa Goswami. And we are all Rupa Anugas. We are all followers of Rupa Goswami. We are all aspirants for Madhurya Prem. We are all hunting for the rhino. It is not a matter of whether you are qualified or not. Like Rupa Goswami says, like a dwarf aspiring to touch the moon. But because it's a movement based on mercy, it's a movement based on kripa, we have the courage to aspire like that. Okay. So as far as getting this book is concerned, I will try and see. Those of you, up to now, I have not tried. This is Vaishnava Grantha Foundation. If you are able to place an order online, then kindly do that. If you are not able to do that, either here or in Amazon, then please let me know. And with your address, I will just try with the foundation that whether they can courier it to you. Okay. It's a small book only. And if the book is with you, you can follow me better. But even now, if you are fully attentive, then I don't think there is any problem, right? So let us pray to our Acharya Parampara, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Gaur Kishore Das Babaji, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Srila Prabhupada, to shower their mercy and blessings on us, that this endeavor will be successful. And these are the deities of ISKCON Chennai, Jagannath Baladev, Subhadra, Maharani, Sudarshan, and Radha Krishna. We pray to all of them. And the Panchatattva, these are the Mayapur deities. Let us pray to all of them to give us their blessings that we should be able to proceed. And now we are opening. Before I proceed, if any of you want to make some comments, please, you can say that and then we will proceed. Hare Krishna. Please say something. I am only making a monologue. I would like to hear from all of you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
I was also thinking of the same thing what you said, Prabhuji. We need association of senior Vaishnavas. And one Mataji who came to Chennai, I listened to her class. She was taking class, I forgot her name, on envy, false ego and all. That Mataji said 20% of our association should be senior Vaishnavas. Yeah, so that is very, very important. We could feel that,
Maybe
Prabhuji.
Vishnu Priya Mataji, that she came with Sankarshan Das Adhikari, his wife. No, that Mataji mean?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yeah. So from that, I could understand the importance of having the association of senior Vaishnavas, Prabhuji.
Yeah, in one sense, it's important. In another sense, it will bring life into your devotion. You know, if we want to enjoy, if we meet a long lost family member or somebody, our own child, our own parents, our own siblings, how happy we become. That is the kind of happiness we should experience in the association of devotees. It brings life into our experience of Krishna consciousness. If you are staying away from them, after some time it may become dry. It may become a mental speculation or a intellectual exercise. We may think we are progressing, but without our own knowledge, we may be falling down. All these risks are there if you are not there in living contact of devotees. So that is the compensation we get by having a devotee association. It will help us to purify our own consciousness. We will learn to not look at others' faults. We will learn to look at the good things in others. We will learn to appreciate these. All these things we have to practice, no? We practice only in the association of devotees. Yes, Mataji, thank you. Other devotees, please like to say something.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, pranams, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, when you say contact of senior devotees, how much time, is there any specification like that, Prabhuji? Because for me, temple is very far away. So, you know, in a month I go hardly twice, maximum thrice. Last I had been for Ramanavami, and after that, yesterday I went, Prabhuji. But I don't know anybody personally. So how do we introduce ourselves? How do we get the association of senior devotees, Prabhuji? Yesterday, I got a chance to ask a question to Bhaktivinoda Maharaj itself, Prabhuji. I'm very grateful for that. I was listening to. So, will that be counted as association, Prabhuji? How do we understand what is association and how much time? Is there any specification like that, Prabhuji? Please explain.
There is no such a specific prescription of time and all. It depends on our own capacity and our own eagerness. So, and basically, yes, the Lord reciprocates to our desire. So we have to, if we don't have it, we should aspire, because the more we appreciate what is being offered through the ISKCON movement, through its books, through the Vaishnavas, what is on offer, the more we appreciate that, more our hankering for association will increase. We understand that only in association I can practice whatever I am learning. So with that aspiration, the Lord will definitely send us association. So wherever possible, we should try to come into the association and try to use it. When we see devotees, we should try to engage them into a conversation. That way we have to make our effort. That if it happens by itself, very good. Otherwise, we have to make our efforts. The more we understand how much we need it, that much more grateful we will become for devotee association. So then we cultivate all these qualities that I should not look at faults. Even if you have an association of a Maharaja, a sannyasi devotee, you will find faults. If you have a tendency to find fault, you will find fault. So this gives you an opportunity to self-explore. Oh, see, even with the Guru Maharaj, I am finding a fault. So I have to overcome this. So like that, it will expose your own weaknesses. Whenever you find a fault on somebody, you should know immediately, this is revealing my own weakness. This is Krishna's way of revealing my own weakness. So that way, once we understand how to take advantage of association, then even a short lavamatra sadhu sangha sarva siddhivaya, even a short association will have a strong impact on our spiritual life. So even though all these things are not in some prescription form, because each of us is a devotee. From a neophyte stage, we are just trying to progress. Even then, you cannot club everybody in one neophyte bucket, Even within neophytes, we are all in different steps. This is an infinite ladder with infinite number of steps. And each devotee is in a particular step. Only Krishna knows, the parampara knows. Even a devotee will not know. So that is not that if somebody says, okay, 2 hours of association you have to take, we cannot make it uniform for everybody 2 hours. If someone has been told you need 2 hours by his senior, doesn't mean that he comes and tells everybody, hey, I've been told 2 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours. No, that is applicable to that person. So each of us individually, we have to try and see what is the best I can take. What is the best that I can use it fruitfully. It is not that this should create a kind of a tension in me. Oh, this criteria I have not achieved. But it will create a deep desire and a hankering in us for that association. Is it okay, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. I've just shared that book. Prabhuji, it is available on Amazon. Kindly just let me know whether that is the right book. I've just shared WhatsApp.
You see the cover I am showing on the screen?
Yeah. Okay, Prabhuji. Yeah, the same thing. Yeah.
So the cover page says Madhurya Kadambini, Sweet Cloud of Mercy, translated by Solinas Banuswami.
Yes, Prabhuji. It is, the cost is 174 only.
Great.
Yes,
So,
we'll get it. Amazon we can get.
Yeah, okay. Wonderful. So devotees, you can coordinate among yourselves, or you can individually place an order for your address that the book will come. Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Prabhuji, is there an e-book available for this, Prabhu? Is it available in e?
I am not aware, because I think e-books, Maharaja's e-books are mostly circulated in the West, in the Western countries. And there is a kind of a firewall. I don't know how it operates, but within India, only hard copies are being distributed.
I'm in Middle East, Prabhu. So
you are in Middle East?
Yeah, Prabhu.
Because I am not fully aware, but I heard that many of Maharaj's books are available in e-book form in US.
In US. Okay. Okay, Prabhu. Okay.
You can just
Thank you,
explore that.
Okay. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So we'll start now. The chapter 1 is called The First Shower. So Madhurya means we all know, right? Nectar, like that is translated here. Kadambini is clouds. Cloud is called Kadambini. So a shower, it's a rain cloud that is composed of nectar, right? That is the title of the book, Madhurya Kadambini. So naturally, each chapter is entitled as a shower. Like in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, we see waves because it's a Sindhu, it's an ocean. So we see waves there. And here we see showers. So here, actually, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur gives in great detail how a sadhaka comes to the stage of Shraddha and proceeds towards prema. All the doubts we have, in very esoteric terms, it will be explained. In very, very deep way, you'll be able to understand how a sadhaka progresses, how the sadhaka enters first into the bhakti marga. Actually, entering is most difficult. For someone to enter into this practice of bhakti is very, very difficult. But once having entered, then we make progress. Again, we get stuck in anartha nivritti and we develop all kinds of self-doubts. No? So this is all part of sadhana bhakti only. And sadhana bhakti eventually will take you to bhava bhakti and prema bhakti. So all these things are explained here by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. So we'll slowly proceed. It's a small book only. So we will go maybe 2-3 pages in a day, and that I will be grateful if we can achieve that much. Okay. And here and there are a lot of references to either Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu or even Bhagavad Gita or Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto, 11th canto, and all. I will just give you the reference. Maybe you can refer it later on, and we can comment about it in the next session. Okay, that way we'll be able to proceed more smoothly. We'll not get stuck somewhere. Oh, there is a quotation from Bhagavad Gita. Let us open Bhagavad Gita. That will take more time for us. Okay, right. So here, the first shower starts with a prayer. After that, there are barely any shlokas. Okay, so let us start this. This is like a Mangalacharanam prayer. Hridvapre navabhakti shasya vitate sanjeevani swagama Rambe kama tabartudah damani vishwa pagollasini Dhuran me maru shakhino pisarasi bhavaya bhuyat prabhu Shri Chaitanya kripa nirankushamaha Madhurya Kadambini. So this is a invocation. Here he is praying Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy is like a dark sky filled with clouds. That clouds, those clouds represent Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy. They hold very sweet nectar in those clouds. And those clouds, through their showers, they nourish all the rivers of the universe. So you have to understand they all have multiple meanings. The rain is coming from the cloud only. The cloud is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is raining. And that rain is nourishing all the rivers of the universe. Means it could be karma, it could be jnana, it could be ashtanga yoga, it could be bhakti, or various processes of bhakti. Everything, the nourishment comes from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy only. And that brings life to the grains of devotional service newly planted in the field of the heart. Our heart is a field, and in our heart, very newly, the devotion seed has been planted by the spiritual master, the guru, the acharya parampara. That grains are just lying there dormant. But who brings life to the grains? This river flowing through the water flowing through the rivers, which came from the cloud of mercy that is showered by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that brings life to those grains. That means bhakti starts sprouting. And by its auspicious approach, the approach of this cloud of rain, it extinguishes the intense summer heat of lust from far away. Even when the cloud is far away, it has not even started showering. But even from a great distance, what it does? This intense summer heat. What is that heat? Lust that is troubling all of us. The lusty desires that are dominating in our heart. That is an intense heat, summer heat. That is doused by the clouds. The very presence of the cloud, far away, it cools the heat of the heart. The heat is only the lust, which is harbored there for time immemorial. And then what it does? It gives satisfaction to this worthless soul. This worthless soul, out of humility, is calling himself a worthless soul. It gives satisfaction by writing this book. And he's comparing himself to a dried up branch in the desert. I am just a branch of a tree which is drying up in a desert. A forest fire is there in the desert. And so he prays this, gives this homage to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy. Then this second shloka, Bhakti Purvai Shri Tatan Turasam Pashyed Yadatta Dihi Tam Naumi Satatam Rupa Nama Priya Janam Hare. So he mentioning Rupa Goswami's name. He says, please listen carefully. Even though there are others who have attained bhakti with rasa in the past. In the past means before Rupa Goswami appeared. Even before Rupa Goswami appeared, before and after means Rupa Goswami only. Before Rupa Goswami brought this and after Rupa Goswami brought. So he says, even before Rupa Goswami appeared, some people got rasa in the past. They attained. But I pay my continuous obeisances to Srila Rupa Goswami, who is dearest to the Lord. Rupa Goswami is most dear, Rupa Manjari, most dear to the Lord. By his mercy, humanity has received the intelligence to see rasa. You see, some people attained rasa, like we see Andal Nachia, she had this rasa. Or we see the entire Alvars, we see how much relish they had. Like in every system, everywhere, all over India, there were Prema Bhaktas, like Surdas or Bilva Mangala Thakur, Prabodhanand Saraswati, anyway, he's coming in this parampara. But all these people, even the Pundalika parampara in Maharashtra, they all had this Prem Bhakti, but only here and there. But thanks to Rupa Goswami, the intelligence to see rasa is given to the whole of humanity. Entire humanity for the first time gets a chance to see what is rasa, to intelligently understand. Eventually, we need to experience rasa in our hearts. The rasa has to be experienced in the heart. It is an emotion. It's a spiritual emotion. That has to come in. But at least by his mercy, you get it in the intelligence, and that itself is so fulfilling for us. And we develop the eagerness to take it to the heart. This is the mercy of Rupa Goswami. He has rendered the whole thing into a science. It's an emotion. Raga, a bhakti, or a bhakti rasa is a deep spiritual emotion. But somehow, by the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Rupa Goswami has rendered it into a science in book form. In book form. So that is why. So now you understand? It is not that rasa never existed before. Existed. But only a few people here and there attained it and they went back home, back to Godhead, into various rasas. But for the rest of humanity, there was no intelligence or no work through which they could understand what is rasa. Right? So Rupa Goswami brought that rasa through Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Ujjvala Nilamani, Vidagdha Madhava, all these amazing books he has brought it. Now, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is bringing same thing closer to us. Okay? Madhurya Kadambini, through the work called Madhurya Kadambini. So now, this first chapter, I've just put the chapter titles here in the screen. Whatever you see here in the chapter titles, that's what I have put. So first shower is the name of the chapter. And now, first heading is, the Lord is Rasa. The Lord is Rasa, right? If any of you have read the Bible, the chapter called Genesis, it explains the creation of the universe. It says, in the beginning, I may be making slight mistakes because I read it many, many years ago. I was a child. But I think mostly I should be right. In the beginning, there was God, right? As simple as that. Like the Chatushlaki Bhagavatam, in the beginning, there was God. And Word was with God. Word, W-O-R-D. Word. Word was with God. And then the third line is, Word was God. Word was with God. First, it says God was there. Then it says Word was with God. Then it says Word was God. Same thing we say here, that God is the energetic and God alone was there. Then God separated his energy from himself as Srimati Radharani. So there was energy and the energetic. And there is no difference between them. That is Achintya Beda Beda. There is no difference between Srimati Radharani and Krishna. They are actually one person in two forms. Radha Krishna Ekatanu hai. So that is, they call it word. Word means what? Sound. Sound vibration. So vibration means energy. When the Supreme Lord vibrates, that becomes Srimati Radharani. Vibrating means what? He starts experiencing, he starts expanding, he starts creating, expanding himself for various kinds of experiences. So here the caption is, the Lord is Rasa. Word is God. Like Radharani is Krishna. Like it says, Krishna only is Rasa. So in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu we have seen Akila Rasa Amritamurti. Right? So he's quoting in the beginning Taittiriya Upanishad. In Taittiriya Upanishad, it says, the conclusion of Taittiriya Upanishad is that Brahma Pucham Pratishtha. I will just briefly tell you, we don't have to dwell too much on this. Brahma Pucham, he says, different coverings of consciousness. There is something called pure consciousness, right? We all have pure consciousness. Jivara Swarupoi, Krishna Nityadas. Ekale Ishvara or Sababhrutya. There is only one Ishvara. Controller is only one. Supreme controller. We are all controllers in one sense, but supreme controller is only one. And everyone else is his servant. Or Sababhrutya. All living entities are simply his servant. So that is pure consciousness, means I am simply a servant of Krishna. And what should a servant do? A servant pleases the master. And what does a servant get? Servant gets a salary. That is in this material world. But in the spiritual world, the Lord gives himself to the servant. When the servant gives himself to the Lord in turn gives himself to the servant. So that relationship is very, very special, right? The Lord makes himself subordinate. And the servant says, no, I am your subordinate forever. Like this is the play which is going on in the spiritual world. So here it is explained that consciousness, that pure consciousness, got covered by consecutive coverings, layers. Okay, they are called Anandamaya Kosha. They are called Kosha. Kosha means covering, like a dress, you can say. Anandamaya Kosha, that is the most subtlest covering on the consciousness, Anandamaya, which allows you to experience the whole creation as Ananda. Then you have Vijnanamaya Kosha. There is a intelligence, and the cover of intelligence, knowing. Then there is one more cover. Each subsequent covering, it reduces the scope of the consciousness. Then it comes to Pranamaya Kosha. Prana means energy cover, right? Energy cover means inside our body there is called prana, correct? It is by the movement of prana that we do everything. Whether it is our subtle activities of thinking or subtler thoughts of calculating or feeling emotions, all these things, that is coming from prana. Similarly, I move my hands, I speak, I walk, all these things also prana is doing. So that's called pranamaya covering. The subtle body also is helped by the prana, whereas gross body also is helped by the prana. So the prana inside. Then you have finally Annamaya Kosha. Annamaya Kosha means that body which is formed by the food we eat. Annamaya Kosha. This is the grossest covering. So here our Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is saying, somehow Taittiriya Upanishad, it concludes that Brahma Pucham Pratishtha. He says all the coverings are on the foundation of Brahma. Pucham. Pucham means the whole, the complete whole. Brahma Pucham. Complete. All these coverings, etc., are lying on Brahman. Like that it concludes. But then Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur goes on to explain, but that's not the correct understanding of the shloka by giving other quotations. What he says is, so by this people will wrongly conclude that Brahman is even greater than Anandamaya Kosha, because through the Anandamaya only all these relationships are explained. We call it Prema. Prema and Ananda are the same. Prema Ananda, Seva Ananda, they are all on the Anandamaya platform. So it is not that Brahman is superior to it. He says, Anandamaya Purusha is the greatest. Okay, that he is explaining here. He says, the same Taittiriya Upanishad in another place says, Rasovai Saha. This is also in Brahma Sutra. Taittiriya Upanishad also it says, Rasovai Saha. Saha means the Supreme Lord. Rasovai, he is actually Rasa. That is the caption. The Lord is Rasa. Rasovai Saha. He is actually Rasamaya. He is full of nectar. He is just an ocean of nectar. Rasa itself. The Lord is Rasa itself. So by attaining that rasa, by attaining the Lord means you attain that rasa. Then what happens? The jiva becomes blissful. Jiva becomes blissful. Right? So this statement indicates that Krishna is superior to Brahman. By attaining this blissful Krishna, right, rasa, then the jiva becomes perfectly happy. What does the jiva seek now? Jiva is looking for perfect happiness. And the happiness is attained when you attain Krishna, who is simply an unlimited ocean of rasa. Then further he quotes from Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay. from Bhagavatam, he is quoting this particular shloka. You can note down 10:43:17. In this shloka, Krishna is entering into the wrestler's arena, right? You all recollect? Kamsa has arranged for Dhanuranya, and Krishna has broken the bow, and then he is coming towards the Kamsa's palace, and there he comes across Kuvalaya Pita. Kuvalaya Pita, with like a play, he kills a Kuvalaya Pita. He breaks the tusk of that Kuvalaya Pita, carrying it on his shoulder, dripping blood all over his body. He is entering into the arena, and there he is seen by many kinds of people, basically 9 kinds of people, and each person sees him differently. So that is rasa. Same Krishna is there, but 9 types of people, depending on their qualifications, they experience Krishna differently. That is rasa. So Supreme Lord is there, but depending on the jiva's approach, qualification, he experiences Krishna differently. It is like a same diamond. You hold it up to the light, then the light enters the diamond, and then it is refraction happens, and then the light comes out in different colors. From different angles, you will see different colors. Same way, here, the same Krishna, Ujjvala Neela Mani, the gem, which is so bright, unimaginably bright, sheds different lights to different people. And the shloka translation goes like this. And the shloka is Mallanam Ashanir Nrinam Naravaraha Strinam Smaro Murtiman Gopanam Swajano Shatam Kshitibujam Shashta Swapitro Shishu Mrutyur Bhojapater Virat Avidusham Tattvam Param Yoginam Vrishninam Paradevate Vidito Rangam Gata Sa Agrajaha. Along with his elder brother, Krishna enters the Mallaranga. Then what happens? Different groups of people are seeing Krishna in different ways. Okay, Krishna Balram are entering. The wrestlers, what the wrestlers saw Krishna as? Like a thunderbolt. Death itself personified. They saw him like a lightning bolt. The men of Mathura saw him as the ideal man, the best of males, Nara Varaha, greatest male ever, perfect. That is how men saw him. And the women saw him as Manmatha. Cupid has come in person. They saw him as Manmatha. Cupid come in person. The cowherd boys, how they saw cowherd men, they saw him as a relative, right? Our man, like that. Then the impious rulers who are gathered around Kamsa, they saw him as a chastiser, right? A one who will chastise them. And then his parents saw him as a child. Oh, my dear child, so small, so tender, so soft. How he is going to take on all these people? So very unfair. The king of Boja, Kamsa, saw him as death personified. The unintelligent people, they don't know he's the Lord. They saw him as Virat Rupa, universal form, right? And the yogis saw him as the absolute truth. And the Vrishnis saw him as the supreme worshipable deity. For the Vrishnis, he is almost like a demigod. So they saw him as a worshipable deity. So this is to show that he is a Akila Rasa Amrutamurti. He is the one who exchanges all kinds of rasas. All that we have to do is develop our own qualification. And how do you develop the qualification? Through the process of bhakti, in the association of Vaishnavas, 9 processes of bhakti, practicing the important angas of bhakti, we gradually progress, and that is how we develop our eligibility. And in Bhagavad Gita, he quotes chapter 14:27. He says, Brahmano hi pratishtaham, right? Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita 14th chapter, I am Brahman. I am the source of that Brahman. So in the beginning of this, we saw Taittiriya Upanishad says, Brahman is the base, Brahma Pucham is the base. But here, Krishna personally says in Gita, Brahmano hi pratishtaham. I am the one who is superior to Brahman. I am only expanding as Brahman, Brahma Jyoti. The effulgence of Krishna is called Brahman. So that means it's simply a light emanating from him. So the light is dependent on Krishna, not that Krishna is dependent on the light. Right? So I am the basis of Brahman, like that Krishna says. So Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says, how can anyone fail to recognize Krishna, the son of the king of Raja? Whenever we say Krishna, We are not talking about something abstract. He is the son of King of Raja. Brajesha Tanayaha. He is the son of the King of Raja. He has an unlimited body. See, first we said he is the son of Nanda Maharaja. Was okay, I will digest that. He is God. But next you say he has an unlimited body. How can a person have unlimited body? This is how you have to know Krishna is different from an ordinary human being. Right? First we say he is a person. He is the son of Nanda Maharaj. We have even given the name of his father and mother. Right? But he has an unlimited body. And what is that body made of? Suddha Sattva. Suddha Sattva. His names are all Suddha Sattva names. That unlimited body has got all names which are made of Suddha Sattva. Names, forms, qualities, past tense. They are all Suddha Sattva. Suddha Sattva means immediately you should know this is nothing within our experience. Suddha Sattva is not within our experience. All that we have within our experience is Tamoguna, Rajoguna, Sattvaguna. Even Sattvaguna we experience very little. It is greatly filtered. We are mostly in Rajogun, Tamogun. And what to speak about Suddha Sattva? Suddha Sattva means transcendental. This material creation right up to Brahmaloka is made of 3 gunas only. Brahmaloka is also in Sattva only. But we are talking something beyond the universe, the whole universal shell, beyond that. And that is Suddha Sattva. And all the names of Krishna, forms of Krishna, qualities of Krishna, pastimes of Krishna, they are all on the transcendental platform in Suddha Sattva. So that is how we have to understand. Even though he is a person, he is not a material person like you and I. We should know he is a person, and simultaneously he has an unlimited body made of Suddha Sattva, names, forms, qualities, and pastimes. This you please put it deeply into your heart. Whenever you have to speak to somebody, and when they try to say, no, body means it's limited, so I don't accept Krishna, right? Then you have to know. Somebody who is sincerely interested, not that you have to go and argue with everybody, but someone who is seriously keen to know, you have to tell them, don't understand Krishna as a body that you can see. You can never see Krishna. Because Krishna's body is absolutely transcendental. Only when you go beyond your sattva, not enough. Just because you have become transcendental, you won't see Krishna. Unless you are a devotee. You have developed the devotee qualification, then only you will be eligible to see Krishna. So you have to tell them that just because you want to see Krishna, you will not see. If you really want, then you start practicing the process of bhakti. So this blissful Lord descends. The blissful Lord who, the person who has an unlimited form, unlimited body of bliss, unlimited body of Suddha Sattva, names, forms, such a person descends to human perception. He makes himself available to your material eyes, material ears, material nose, etc. of eyes, ears, mind, and intellect, not by any material cause. That Krishna becomes available to our senses, not because of any material cause. If you think like that, you are wrong. Simply by his own independent will. Please remember this point we write down, note down, underline many times, write it in bold. His independent will. Actually, when we say independent will, that applies only to Krishna. Only to Krishna. Completely independent will. Nothing can influence that. The moment we say will, independent will, that applies only to the Lord. All our will are conditioned will. Our will is conditioned by our own karma. Truly, we don't have any independence at all. Independence that we think is an illusion only. None of us is really independent. So here, by his own independent will, now Vishnu Chakravarti is going to dwell on this for some more time. Some more paragraphs, we'll be discussing only this, the independent will of the Lord. So he says, by his independent will, he becomes visible to our senses. Just as, he gives an example, just as by his own will, he appeared in the material world as Krishna. He appeared as Krishna in this material world, apparently having a material form, right? By his will. In the Yadu dynasty, he chose, okay, I will take birth in Yadu dynasty. And he, same person, appeared in Raghu dynasty as Lord Ramchandra. by his own free will. There is only free will in creation or beyond creation. So by using that will, he appeared. He's different. So you remember, place it strongly in your consciousness. That is a transcendental person. He's made of Suddha Sattva. All his names, forms, qualities, pastimes, they are all made of Suddha Sattva. Nothing within this material experience comes anywhere near him. So nobody who is in this material world, a conditioned soul, can know him. But still, he becomes available to us by his own independent will. It is not there because of any material cause that he took birth to Yashoda, Nanda Maharaja, or Devaki and Vasudeva. Now, next chapter, next heading, you see, Bhakti is independent, right? Bhakti is independent. So for that we have 4 minutes only. We will not take it up. So we will take it up in our tomorrow's session. Okay. Bhakti is independent is a caption from which we will start tomorrow. So please, if you want to say anything, question anything, express your opinions, object to something, please go ahead. This is your time. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Just a small query, Prabhuji. Yeah. When we meditate, if we meditate on Rishikesha, will it be of any help to control our senses or mind, Prabhuji?
No. What is the form you are meditating on? That is only important.
Okay.
What is the form? You say Rishikesha as a name, right?
Okay.
We chant the holy name Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. We hear it through our ears and we try to do it in a prayerful mood.
Yes.
Praying for his mercy. This is our chanting process. But if you really want to meditate, you meditate on his beautiful form as given in the scriptures, or you see in the deity form in the temple. That you fix in your mind, right?
Prabhuji, only the lotus feet? No?
Yes, that is very good. You can meditate on the lotus feet.
Okay.
You can meditate on the whole form also. There is nothing wrong in it. Okay. Because now at this stage, whatever helps us to fix our mind on Krishna, let us use it. Only thing, let us not do it in an unauthorized way. Okay. Deity form is perfectly meant for our meditation. We can use that.
Okay. Thank you.
But Mataji is reminding me, my wife is saying that while chanting, your focus is on the mantra only. There is no meditation there. That meditation can be for the rest of the time.
Only the word, every word, that's 16 words.
Hear it. And have a mood, a prayerful mood. That prayerful mood is not verbalized, you see. Sometimes prayer means words only. When I bring those words, then I am thinking. When I am thinking, how can I hear the holy name? These are all wrong understanding. You are only speaking the holy name and you are hearing it, but you have a mood, no, that emotion. Before the words come, there is a feeling, correct?
Yeah, 100%.
Come from the feeling. That feeling only you keep. There are no words. You don't verbalize it. Feeling, oh Krishna, I want to be your servant. Well, feeling. With that, we have to chant. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. So if there are no other questions, you can be ready with your questions. Next session, we'll start with question answers. Then we'll proceed. So for today, once again, thank you all very much for joining. I really wish we are able to maintain this kind of attendance in all our future classes. I can very well understand if you are not able to come for all the sessions. I am sure all of you are eager to come, but then there are various other commitments. But still, I will continue to pray that we should all be able to come together on a day-to-day basis and dive into this wonderful nectar of the holy name. Thank you. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyevacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. I am so happy to see so many initiated names in this list. Haribol. Thank you.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Everything
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.